Hey, Jack Squad, YouTube family, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. Got to make it happen for yourself, guys. Now, I don't know if y'all can see, but I got on my Biden Kamala Harris t-shirt, and I'll tell you why in a moment, right? I'm on my political activism-ish today, all right? Before I get started, drop down in the description box. Like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos. All of my social media information is in the description box down below, and as well as my Cash App and my email, open for all suggestions, topics, comments, everything, right? Now, I don't have any subs today, y'all, because I'm doing some stuff today, right? So I don't have any right now at this moment, but maybe I will with the next one. Don't know, because I'm trying to get some stuff done today, right? Let me tell y'all something, and I know I say this all the time, but I really, really enjoy being a YouTuber, right? And so it's important to me that I touch on certain topics and certain issues, and not just funny stuff and not just messy stuff, right? And I like to think that I'm a little unique with this, right? I'm doing my own thing in my own lane, in my own way, right? Now, I know that a lot of topics that I discuss, they're important to me, but I don't get a lot of comments or views on them. And, that's okay. But I have to discuss what's in my heart, right? And today, which I already was going to do this, like I said, last week, but I was hoarse. So I want to talk about the criminal justice system in America, right? As we all know, especially black folks, that it's unequal. The scales of justice are unequal, right? We see that all the time. Now, let me tell y'all something. So the man that killed George Floyd received 22 years. Now, I didn't like that sentence because you publicly killed that man. You publicly use your authority as a police officer to commit murder, right? That's just what it is, plain and simple. And you thought that you had enough white privilege and blue privilege that you would be able to do that and get away with it. Now, let me say this. As a human, I don't know how you could kill anyone, especially in that manner, and take your authority to a different level and not have some sort of conscience, not have some sort of, oh my God, I'm sorry, y'all, I don't know what was going on. For me, I would have appreciated a public apology, public sorrow for taking a human's life, right? So he didn't do that, not that I know, I didn't see it, right? Maybe he told it to God, I don't know. But that whole thing, the whole police thing, police brutality thing, makes me very, very upset, right? And I have two sons, they're men. But I raised them, especially my youngest son, because I was older and I was a little wiser, to understand that you have a target on your back. Now, we should not have to raise our young black men to know that, but you do. You have to have the discussion of what to do if the police stop you. Like, why do we have to have those discussions? Children should be, when I was little, it was officer friendly. He come to the school, officer friendly, policeman is the good guy. Well, we all know that's not the case. Now, I'm not condemning all policemen. But what I am condemning for the policemen that are brutal, I'm also condemning their partners and their friends that know that they're brutal and stand by and do nothing. Okay? That needs to stop. I don't know if it'll ever stop, because I remember when I was young, the boys would go off and play, right? And they would come back and say the police did this, and police said it would be like a joke. They whooped them, they did this, they did that. What police have been doing You know, white folks in general, and I hope I don't offend anyone, but I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking black truth right now. Have been violent towards us. And then when we act out, you want to know where that comes from, like we're savages. You know what I'm saying? You know, I watched the riots. And I have to say with glee. You know, because that's the only way we can show that we're tired of the bullshit. Like, right? So the 22 years was not enough for me. And then as I was reading, they said that could be reduced. If you take a life, you must give a life. Now, I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't believe nobody has a right to take someone's life, but I believe he needs to sit in the penitentiary for the end of his life. That's what I do believe. And then he needs to do some sort of community service while he's in there. But that whole sentence didn't sit well with me. I know people say, yeah, he got convicted. There's some other ones that was with him. Their trials are coming up next. We'll see what happens. You know, what I noticed that the people do, they make one a token and they may let the other ones go. You know, they got the one token, okay, here, we're going to give you niggas this. Give you a little kibble. Take that and go head on, right? Now, I said that to say this. The lady, the Karen, who savagely acted a fool at the Capitol Hill Uprising. Don't know her name. Didn't really care to know her name. I could have looked her name. I did. I know how to find her name, but I don't care to give her a name. Her name is Karen, right? And this woman was with the rest of them savages that stormed the Capitol, January 6th. Now, that disturbs me and upsets me on so many different levels. I get a lot of a whole wide range of emotions regarding that situation. Why? Because had it been us, they would have killed us from the sky. Okay? They'd have had snipers. They'd have been in helicopters. They'd have killed us. We all know that. They would have killed us, right? And they would have stopped. You know, the Capitol Police didn't really do anything. So it's like y'all was all in that shit together, as far as I'm concerned. If you didn't stop it, you with it, right? And so for her, they gave her some probation or some shit, right? I was appalled when I saw that because they say she was just in the hallway. She didn't mean it. First of all, you violated a governmental institution, right? No respect for it. They were in session. The goal was to actually kidnap some folks, right? Now, there's a law that if you commit a crime and someone dies, you get charged with the murder as well. People died that day. Capitol Police died that day. That woman died that was with them. They shot her. She died. So where is that law? I know this was a federal offense and the feds are taking care of this. Right? But listen here, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I did fed time. No harm was done. Right? It was a money crime. I'll go into detail again in my book, right? I did time for a money crime, federally. Y'all gonna tell me this, y'all gonna let this bitch just do some probation? And I remember when I was going away, my kids were small, I wrote them a letter, I got kids, this and that. They wrote me back like, shit, we don't give a fuck. Everybody got kids, okay? So, that disturbs me, right? It disturbs me on so many levels because I know so many people that have, I don't know if I've told y'all before, but I have 3 friends that have done, they still here. Recently got out a couple years, this year, last year. Last 3 years, I've had 3 friends that do 20 years. And I ain't talking about nobody I know peripherally, I'm talking about people I know, dear to my heart, grew up with, right? Friends. And you mean to tell me this woman, first of all, they destroyed property. First of all, just a blatant disrespect for the United States government. You letting the world see that. That's number one. Like, if you do it, shit, they gonna do it, right? I don't like her sentence. Now, they say because she's sorry, she ain't gonna do it no more. And she was just in the hallway. Bullshit. Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just, I was appalled at that, right? And, let me say this to y'all. It's very important. This is why I got on my t-shirt. That we vote. See, people think the president is the big deal. Yeah, it is. But even more of a bigger deal to me, always have been, are the judges and the legislators. Judges are very, very important. And the legislators that we put in place in high judge positions, those judges at the Supreme Court that they die away, it's very important for them who them people are. Because they stay there until they die, right? And the legislation picks those people, right? I'm just totally disgusted with the whole thing. I'm disgusted with the whole thing because it's like our lives do not matter. And because we say Black lives matter, people get the tizzy and say, well, all lives matter. Goddamn right they do. But y'all ain't showed us that Black lives matter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying this, and I'm going to continue to say this. It's very important to vote. I met a guy the other day. We don't talk. I talked to him a couple of days. He reached out. Let me tell y'all this funny story. He reached out to me on Facebook. Well, he was already my friend on Facebook. A lot of people that are my friends on Facebook, I don't really know, or we may have some of the same friends, or went to the same somewhere in life. And so I figured, well, they know me from somewhere. No big deal, right? And especially because I'm on social media, if you reach out to me, fine, right? That's somebody else that can watch my channel, right? Or tell me something about something or whatever. So it's no big deal to me unless they get a little weird. A lot of times dudes get a little weird and start FaceTiming. You don't even know them. That's the weird thing. But I'll talk about that later. But anyway, he was my friend on Facebook and he reached out to me, said, hey, how you doing? You looking good? Something to that effect, right? Okay, cool. I'm single. I ain't doing shit. It's the weekend. Hey, what's happening, right? I'm a conversationalist, so I like to talk. So anyway, we ended up exchanging numbers. And, one thing that I asked guys, and I've told y'all this before, there's a lot of things that I need to know right out the gate. Do you believe in God? Have you ever hit a woman? Do you take care of your kids? Do you vote? Do you vote is very important to me because if you're not socially conscious, I can't fuck with you, right? Because you're dumb. You don't know what's going on out there. You don't know. No, I'm not one of those people that watch the news all day, every day, but I keep up with it, and I do watch it, and I keep up with it, I read it, I'm involved, right? And then I have some super friends who are super involved with politics, and I keep up with them, and they keep me abreast of things. So it's like, I vote, though. I've never missed a vote. The only time I missed a vote was when I was on vacation, that time I just told y'all about. I've never missed a vote. I couldn't wait to vote. Why? Because we're standing on the backs of people who fought for us to have that right. It's a right to vote. That's your right, right? And there's a lot of things, especially Black folks. Any Black person that don't vote, something wrong with you. Because governmentally, there are things and legislations and people put in place to help us. You got to vote them in, though, right? You got to support them. So, we had talked for about a day, and then, but the next time we talked, something just told me to ask, the Holy Spirit is powerful, right? And when I'm on this dating scene that I'm on, this dating journey, God always tell me, the Holy Spirit always tell me, ask him this. And when I ask him that, it's like, burr, 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 burr. Negative, right? So I asked him, did he vote? Oh, he got so upset. I got to vote. I don't know them people. Now, this is a nigga here, y'all, that done been to the penitentiary, right? Ain't working now. Probably get some kind of check of some sort, right? Because he got his own house and take care of himself. So you're benefiting. You're reaping rewards from governmental policies, right? We fell out about it. Well, he fell out with me about it, right? Because he didn't vote. But I said, hey, bro, you're too hostile about that. We having a conversation. I'm all in for a healthy debate, right? And then people that don't vote, I like to give them my point of view. I can't change nobody's mind. I could try, but that's best I can do. I can't beat it in your head. If you don't vote, you don't vote. But it makes me look at you a different way. I can't look at you the same way, if you don't vote. I can't look at you the same way if you don't believe in God. Like, matter of fact, I don't even want to talk to you no more if you don't believe in God. But if you don't vote, we can still remain friends, but you couldn't be my man. I couldn't date you. you're not consciously where I'm at, right? And so you don't feel the way I feel about certain things. Like I told y'all, I'm pro-black. I'm definitely pro-black, right? So, he fell out with me about that because it was like, you don't vote? Now, he went into a big thing, got loud, his voice got elevated, started ranting and raving. I don't know the people what they did shit for me, Okay. If you're a felon, one of the things that the state of Ohio has that a lot of other states don't have, if you're a felon, you can still vote in the state of Ohio. Some states you can't vote if you've been a felon. No more ever again in life. That needs to be changed. So I'm not Angela Davis, but I am socially aware. Okay. And so with that being said, the other thing I want to talk about with the scales of justice. Now, I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. Absolutely fine with it. Some people are not fine with the fact that they released Bill Cosby yesterday. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm fine with it. I'm going to tell you how I feel about Bill Cosby prior to all of this. Bill Cosby, to me, was like my uncle, right? Like I have an uncle that died last year when I first got down here, my Uncle Jim. And Bill Cosby always reminded me of my Uncle Jim, a wholesome family man, tell little funny jokes, good to his family, basically good guy, right? All my life I looked up to Bill Cosby because I remember when Oprah got started and Bill Cosby told her, keep track of your own money, right? I kept that with me. Keep track of your own money, right? And, okay, so these charges come about. He's 83, 82 at the time, 81, whatever his age was at the time. He's 83 now. So this can go twofold. I don't know if I believe those women. Anytime you're a heavy hitter, there's a machine put behind. There could be a machine for you or there could be a machine against you, right? And I just think that was a machine to prosecute Bill Cosby. I don't know why. I've heard people say that he was going to try to buy NBC. He was trying to do something. I don't know. But let me tell you this. I think since that was so many years ago and his age, that he should have never went to the penitentiary. That's just what I think. I think, again, the criminal justice system, the scales are lopsided a lot of times, right? Now I'm hearing that he was supposed to have immunity all the time. I don't know anything about that. And I know if you commit a crime, you need to go to jail, whatever age you are. I understand that. I just think for me, just because I love Bill Cosby, I am glad that he's been released. I have some friends that don't feel that way and think he should be. I'm a nice person, and I think it's cruel punishment to put an old blind man in the penitentiary. He could have did something else with him. Put him on house arrest for life. He ain't going away. He ain't doing that much shit no damn way, right? That's just what I think, and I hope I don't lose my subscribers from my thoughts. Because this is what the world is made of. We're all different, and we all have differences of opinions, and I'm just stating mine. Because let me say this to you. If he did that, karma coming. Look at OJ. I always felt that OJ killed that woman. I always felt it because I believe that if you beat a woman, you'll kill a woman. That's, it'll escalate. I had a cousin that tell me years ago, she probably forgot, I'm gonna call her today and ask her, did she remember this? I was young, I was a teenager, I was probably 19, maybe 20 tops. And my son's father was abusive. And I had never seen that, and I didn't know how to deal with that, right? He was physically abusive. And, he had me hostage one time in my home, right? And I had a neighbor that lived across that knew my family. She was friends with my cousin. And, I hadn't come out the house or whatever the situation. Maybe she knocked on the door and I looked crazy. I don't remember exactly what it was. And my family came. And my one cousin that I'm telling you about, she was a police officer at the time. and a couple of my aunts came, my uncle came, and my cousin came, right? The police officer, and the police was there. And, you know, I was so frightened of this Negro that I couldn't even tell them, like, now I'd be like, get this nigga, y'all, he tried to kill me. But I didn't say nothing. I just stood there, and so my cousin pinched me and looked at me and said, you are not all right, or something she said to me, let me know, like, bitch, say something so we can get up in here and get you out of here, right? And, you know, he didn't ever, you know, this was before stalking laws were in place, right? He was definitely a stalker, but there was no stalking laws at the time. And I remember when we went to court about it, the judge did nothing. So I was left on my own devices to try to keep this nigga at bay and keep him away from me, right? So I just think that, you know, the scales of justice should be the same for everyone, right? White, black, young, old. But again, I am glad that Bill Cosby is out of jail. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something that what just happened to me just now. When I thought back on that thought, I lost my train of thought of what I initially said, because I seen it, that triggered something in me, right? Even though that's been a long time ago. And I'm going to go into great detail about him in my book, because he set the stage for my life. And I just lost my train of thought. That just triggered something in me, so forgive me. But anyway, you know, I just think the scales of justice should be fair for everyone. And again, y'all, it's these judges. We got these old white men, you know, controlling and manipulating everything that's going on, right? So kudos for Bill, that he's home and get to die with his wife. You know, live his life and you know, be at home when he leaves this earth, right? I hope no more charges come up. I just, you know, if he did it, I'm sorry. I just didn't want to see my Uncle Bill in the penitentiary, blind at 83 years old. What purpose does it serve? I guess, well, I shouldn't say that. Because if there are victims, then they want to be vindicated, okay? I'm going to say that. But anyway, y'all, I just had to get on here with my little political, black conscious, black power self and say what I needed to say about these convictions and these overturns and all this, okay? Thank you for watching Jacquie with the Q. I just tripped myself out, y'all, because you know, let me tell y'all something. Y'all family, excuse me. And let me tell y'all something, y'all family. I'm telling y'all my business. I don't go in deep with it because I want to do that in my book, but I'm really like an open book. I don't really have anything to hide. But I want you all to buy my book when I write it, and I can go into greater details. But you know, the reason why I have started it years ago, but I had to stop because I was not mentally prepared. I was not mentally ready, and it was too emotional. And then I was remembering things that I had forgotten that was traumatizing to me, right? Or caused me great pain. So I wasn't mentally prepared for it, so I would put it down. Then I started it again maybe about 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Still wasn't ready. But at this point in my life, I have all the tools that I need to maintain my mental health. Like I told y'all before, that's really important. And it's time. You know, I just feel that it's time, right? That's why anytime God puts something on your heart and it don't go away, that means it's time to do whatever it is that you need to do. So, you know, I'm going to go into great details, but that just, the memory of that just tripped myself out when I flashed back in my head. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching Jacquie with the Q. I know that went on. Y'all probably was like, what is she talking about? But I just wanted to explain myself because I lost my train of thought because I had a flashback. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so that you're notified when I upload videos. All of my social media situations are in the description box, as well as my Cash App and my email. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to me, and thanks for being a part of the Jack Squad. And everybody have a good day.